Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have 5 teams for you for the Red Tower of Doom event, plus a fun bonus team. So really 6 teams, but 5 teams that I think are good and you should use, and then one that's a bonus team. You can use it if you want to. It's kind of fun. Here I have high-level teams, low-level teams, mid-level teams, all of them. So let's go. Here is the first team. This one I just made up last Guild Wars from my Red Guild Wars days. I was having trouble on Red. I made this up on the fly on a live stream. You can check it out if you want to. Last Guild Wars, I think on a Sunday. But it is Shegra, the Flail of Guard, Hatir and Scroll, and the Miraji Queen. So with the Tower of Doom, you got to have all red troops. You don't have to use a red weapon, but one of the first thoughts you can have is maybe your Guild Wars team, because it's definitely all red. That's the Tower of Doom restriction. But you do not have to use a red weapon if you don't want to. So there may be a better weapon for this team you could use for this event, but I just plugged it right in. So what we got here is everybody's getting started with 50% mana because we're using Elementalist, and the Miraji Queen starts Elementals with 50%. And then we have Shegra, we have Hatir and Scroll, and the Miraji Queen, which all convert to skulls, basically. So you're looking for either like a bunch of skulls next to some red, so you can cast your Shegra, or you're looking for yellow to Doom Skull. You're looking for green to purple, and you're looking for green to skull. So you just got to look for all those alignments. You'll get faster with it as you go. And it's just a really good team. It has a lot of summons, too. The Hatir and Scroll has a summon. The Flail has a summon. The Shegra's got a little buff a little while ago during a Broken Spire thing. So I've been using it a little bit lately, and it's definitely a little bit better than it used to be. And this team has really surprised me, and I think it's really fun, and it can definitely do well in this event. And you should check it out. Maybe you would want to use it for your Red Guild Wars as well. Bracket 3, I went 5-0 with it. Was pretty good. As far as Tower of Doom goes, this is not Tower of Doom, obviously, where I'm at. I'm in difficulty 7 Explore, just because I thought that was a good balance between not too easy and not too hard to show off these teams. But during the Tower of Doom, you're going to want to buy up to the weapon. You're going to make sure to follow your guild's scouts' advice. So you're going to have scouts for your guild. They're going to hit every single room. They're going to tell you what's in every single room. You're going to only hit the unlocks, the lucks, the heroisms, the fireballs, and the haste. And that's it. Nothing else. Make sure you go to your guild chat or wherever you guys post your scouts information for your Tower of Doom and only hit the rooms that I just told you. That's the scouts are there to figure out what's in every room, so everybody else doesn't have to use as many sigils, and you guys can score the most amount of points possible. Get to floor 26. Anything after that's redundant. The leaderboard is terrible. Alright, here is the, I guess this would be another low-level team, or this would be the first low-level team. Red restriction, like I said, you don't have to use a red weapon, though. So we got Mountain Crusher, Gargoyle, and Harpy Mage. So one thing you're going to see here is Harpy Mage is going to be used a lot, because when there's a red restriction, there's really not an empowered exploder that's red. You'll see Leprechaun whenever you can use it. There's empowered converters some of the time, but when you can use red, usually it's Harpy Mage, because she's swift. Another thing about these teams I'm showing you, you will have potions, so they will go way better than you're seeing right here. You're going to have an Explode potion, an Enchant potion, probably a whole nother potion. So the teams you're seeing in action right now are going to do way better in the event too, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, we got the Harpy Mage. You want to match a little yellow, get the Harpy Mage up, cast it on a Gargoyle. The Gargoyles do splash damage. Hit the 2 slot, hit the 4 slot. Gargoyle also explodes a little bit of gems. You got the Mountain Crusher. We got Geomancer class starting everybody at 50%. Low level team. Gargoyle you can get in the Underworld and Hall of Guardians pretty easily. Mountain Crusher, mastery weapon for Brown. Harpy Mage, another easy to get Underworld troop. That's probably the easiest team to get, and everybody should be able to get it. And everybody can use that to do their share in the Tower of Doom. Mountain Crusher, Gargoyle, Harpy Mage, Geomancer class, I think Meteor Banner or something like that. Pretty easy. 2 slot, then 4 slot. And Gargoyle blows up too. Boosts off attack, so use your Medal of Seasons. Alright, here is a high-level team. This is probably one of the best ones you could do. It does the most true damage out of anything, so better than Tesla. Definitely better than Tesla. Tesla's Holy Saint Astra is not there. But the Scourge of Honor's King Salinas is there. And Scourge of Honor hits harder than Tesla. So we got Mountain Crusher, Scourge of Honor, and King Salinas. So why not use the Scourge of Honor if you got it when you have the King Salinas who can start it with 50% mana. Mountain Crusher, once again, just because it's a low-level, low-mana weapon that's getting 50% started that we can just cast, make a Dust Storm, you know, get up everything. It's super easy. It's always a good weapon, especially early in events. Maybe later on you switch into, like, the glaive of mini goats or whatever it is. Or something else. But for now, we're doing true damage to all enemies. We're getting a 50% start for our entire team. The most true damage. This is the troop that hits the hardest out of any troop for AoE true damage. So Scourge of Honor is the way to go if you're looking for true damage to all enemies. And yeah, it did really well. Was killing in 2 shots, but this is like difficulty 7 Explorer, so it might take more later on, but it's fine. You got the Mountain Crusher to get them back up. One thing I will say is if it's not killing in 1 shot, make sure you get up both of your Scourge of Honors before you cast the first one. So once you stop one-shotting, make sure you get up both and then cast both. Alright, here we have red, right? So one of my first thoughts, of course, is the good old Fomag. Phoenicia is the second hardest hitting AoE physical damage in the game. So it will take you quite a ways up this tower. You may have to combine some of these teams together, you know. You might use Phoenicia early and switch into, like, the first team I showed you late. You might use Scourge of Honor early, switch into a Zul'Goth late or something like that. But, you know, all these teams could work all the way. You just have to get them back up, cast them again type of deal. But yeah, Phoenicia used to be the hardest hitting AoE in the game. It used to have world records. It's still like the second best. Most people don't have Diamantina, so yeah, if you don't have Diamantina or somebody's showing you a Diamantina team, just use Phoenicia instead. The one thing we do not have is Leprechaun, so we're using Harpy Mage. And something you need to remember with this team is don't cast your Phoenicia until the Magma Dragon Storm is active. Because there may be like one little turn there where you have a Dust Storm because of the Harpy Mage. So you just got to pay attention and make sure not to cast your Phoenicia when it's the Dust Storm. Which it'll switch right back to that red-brown storm pretty quickly. And you may just have to hold you might have to delay one turn, maybe cast the Magma Dragon instead or something like that. So I think I even show it on this video that I will cast a Phoenicia during a Dust Storm. And she doesn't hit as hard because she gets double damage when there's a Firestorm. And the Magma Dragon's red-brown storm is a Firestorm. I think it's right here, watch. Cast her, she didn't wipe. Every other time she was killing everything in 1 shot. That time when there was a Dust Storm, she did not. So make sure you pay attention and only cast her when you have the Magma Dragon's Storm active. You don't want to be casting that when you just have the Dust Storm. Unless it's just like super early and she's killing in 1 shot no matter what, then don't worry about it. That one has no hero, so that's a high-level team, and you don't need to worry about the class. I think it was a Meteor Banner. Again, a lot of Meteor Banners in this video. Alright, so here's another low-level team, so if you don't want to do the Gargoyle thing, which, once again, the Gargoyle team is so easy to get. Mountain Crusher, Class Mastery, right? Easy to get. Gargoyle, Hall of Guardians Underworld, super accessible troop. Harpy Mage, same thing. Stonesong Airy Underworld, super accessible troop. Here's another team. Now, you have to have the Rage Reaver to do this. And well, not really. I mean, you could use Mountain Crusher. There's probably other weapons you could plug in there. You can get creative with it. You don't have to use Rage Reaver. It's just the best weapon for this team. You could use Flammifer, for example. I guess just Mountain Crusher or Reflection of Good or Essence of Evil or any other explodey weapon would be fine. But Rage Reaver just does so much red. It's crazy with this team because it boosts off of Taurus allies. You'll see it here right now, watch. Look at all that red. It's like always an extra turn. You know, some weapons it's like 90% of the time or 75% of the time. That thing is like 95% of the time it gets an extra turn. It's pretty crazy. But Ferocity, you know the deal. It's a Guardian troop. You get it out of Guild Seal chests. It has that third trait where it boosts 4 to all stats on 4 or 5 gym match for all Taurus allies. Your entire team is Taurus because we're using Shaman class. And you get 12 to all stats because we have 3 Ferocities. So 12 to every single stat, including your magic, which makes you hit harder. Plus the Ferocity hits for double damage on red enemies and double skull damage for red enemies. So you're going to have that red Doom. you're going to have some red troops, and it's going to do double damage to them. So really good for beginners. I think beginners will do just fine in this event because you got ferocity and you got gargoyle, and you should be able to get through this event pretty easily. And if you don't have any of that, just use Mang or something. It'll be okay. All right, tried a little Dawnbringer team here. This is the bonus team. So first 5 teams, those are the ones I definitely recommend. I was just messing around with this one here. We got Harpy Mage, Ruby Wrath, Dawnbringer, and Gimlet. Gimlet, Empowered Converter, changes green to brown. The Ruby Wrath does use brown, so that is helpful. We got the Harpy Mage once again, who's a second turn empowered. In this situation where I'm showing it, it is not because I don't have potions. But tomorrow, which is actually today as this video goes out, during the Tower of Doom, you're going to have an Explode Potion. You're going to have an Enchant Potion. So the Harpy Mage will get up second turn. So she'll get up. You'll cast her on like Ruby Wrath, for example. You'll blow up a bunch. You'll get up Ruby Wrath and Dawnbringer. You'll cast them both. You'll win. It's pretty good. Pretty high physical damage. We got all yellow allies, so the Dawnbringer's hitting as hard as it can, and the Ruby Wrath hits really hard and makes those giant red gems and has a chance at an extra turn, and it's a cool new dragon. So just a little bonus team for you if you want to try it out. Harpy Mage, Ruby Wrath, Dawnbringer, Gimlet, Storm Brew, and I think Titan class for that Brown Storm for the Gimlet thing. Anyway, that is the Tower of Doom, the red Tower of Doom teams. 5 teams for you. Good luck in the event. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.